it's me again, Sarah. Welcome to the show. Have I got a treat for you, crafters? This week's giveaway is an absolute cracker and you're going to love it. So let's get those printers ready and primed for printing. First, I'm just going to show you a short tutorial all about how to contact a seller on Cup. I do hope you find it very helpful. Enjoy! Okay folks, it's freebie time and this week's giveaway is a classic. The cup number is cup 252209_359 and makes one of the best cards I have ever seen. It's called 3D DIY Handyman Tools Pop-Out Card Kit and is exclusive by our designer Carol Clarke. It comes a kit of 6 sheets, so we've got 1, 2, there you go, 3, 4, 5, 6, and makes an amazing 3D pop-out card. Perfect for DIY lovers everywhere. This beautiful design is ideal for Father's Day and makes a fab male themed card. Just look, crafters. Let me just see if I can get a close-up for you. Can you see there? Let's see. Oh, just let me move those out of the way there, if that's okay. Can you see? This beautiful card squashes flat into a matching envelope and automatically pops out into this fabulous 3D card. When you take it out of the envelope, it looks like that's concertinaed. There you go. And when you put it out for the recipient, that's what it looks like. Best of all, it's really easy to make and has that wow factor. Look at the detail. The bow at the top is made out of a tape measure, and it has a little screw in the middle there. We have real life different size nails. There, look, there. It has a spanner in the middle there and lots of different screws. There you go. I just love this card. How much would this card cost you if you were to buy it in Marks and Spencer's? A lot. Right, it's over to Carol Clarke, who is going to show you how to make this week's giveaway. Over to you, Carol. Thank you.
Welcome to Cup TV. I'm Carol Clarke and today I'm going to show you one of my 3D pop-out cards. And I've got 3 of them ready-made up here. This one's a Christmas one with Ben, my cute little polar bear. He's having lots of fun playing in the snow. And we've got a men's one. It's the last drop in, I think I called this one. And it's got all the booze and things that men like. And then we've got a fairy one here. This one I've already personalised, especially for my granddaughter Stephanie. It's her birthday at the end of the week. And I know she'll really love the fairies. These are called pop-out cards because, wait for it, they pop out. I'll show you with the middle one. If I turn it over and lay it down, let the cameraman just zoom in a moment. When I press it down, it squishes flat to go in the envelope, and then when it's taken out the envelope, it pops back up again, ready for the recipient to stand it up. So that's why I called them pop-out cards. Each of the cards comes with its own matching envelope, and this is the one for the last drop in. turn it round, you'll see there's plenty of space to write who it's to and who it's from. They're all got their envelopes there. Just pop this to one side. I'm going to make a men's one. It's going to be a tools one. But I've printed out, just to confuse everybody, I've printed out a penguin one, just to show you how the sheets are when you actually get them. This is the front of the card, and then you've got the very front layer at the bottom. This is the back of the card, and you've got extra greetings that you can add, so you can change it. These are two of the layers that you add to the pop-outs. Got more greetings at the bottom of this one, plus, helps if it's upside down, doesn't it? Plus you've got, these are the actual pop-out layers. Those three layers there are what make it pop out. And then you've got your two-piece envelope there, the front and the back. We will start with the pop-out layers, and on each of the sheets you'll see you've got registration marks top and bottom. You need to take a ruler and a scoring tool, and if you just line your ruler up with the registration marks and then score it, I like to give it a couple of passes. On this one you've got 4 that you'll need to do, so all the way across, and it scores all 3 of them for you all at the same time. I'm not going to do any more because it's pretty boring to watch, but on these here you've got them from the top to the bottom of each of these with the layers on. And also important is that on those with the layers you'll see you've got lines here at the side. Now they're your cutting line to the edge, but it doesn't go quite to the edge of the card, and that's because it goes into the non-printable area that I can't give you. So if you take a pencil, and if you just, to remind you that when you're cutting out, if you just mark them to the edge on both sides, and you'll need to do it with the top one and with the very last one on the other sheet as well. So when you cut out, you're going to cut right to the edge of the card. As I say, you need to score that one. Then on the back one you'll find that the score lines go crosswise, and there's 3 of them there. And on the front one the score lines again go on just from top to bottom on that front layer, and again you will continue the lines to the edge of the card there, and then you'll need to cut everything out. So now we move on to the tools one, and here we have it. And we'll start off with the very back of the card that you cut out, and with the top score line, if you fold it up and take a bone folding tool and give a good hard press to give a nice crease, and if you fold the next one down and again do exactly the same, and the very third one folds up, so you like folding a zigzag, you do that again, so you end up with a zigzag there like that, and that's what makes the card stand up and gives you a bit of depth to it. You then need to add a thin double-sided tape to this very little bottom flap here, towards the bottom of it I find is best, and 2 pieces to the top as well. And then with the very top one, if you take the edge of it and you just fold it up, just so that you're exposing a very little bit of the double-sided tape. And if you take the front of the card that you've cut out, and if you pop this into the very top of those folds that you made, so that you know that the bottom of the card is going to be level, and if you make sure that the edges of the card match, then when you press down it will catch onto that very little bit of double-sided tape that you exposed. You now know it's in the right place, so you can whip off the rest and press it flat. We can now open it up, and we can take off the long piece of double-sided tape that we put on, and again press it flat. Now if we lift it up, we can take these zigzag layers that we folded and creased earlier, and again if we take off the very edge, lift it up, of the double-sided tape. I don't think you'll ever see me doing this, but I'm just going to fold it so that just that little bit is showing, and again I'm I'm going to make sure these layers are pressed flat, and I'm going to line up this corner with the very corner of that little edge, and make sure that these layers are all in line across the bottom. And the little tab that I've left out, I can now, while I'm holding this in place, just gently pull it out, and now when I press flat everything's in exactly the right place. And that is the base of the card, and there we have it, and it will stand up, and you've got the back of the card to write it on, but it's not very exciting yet, is it? So the next thing we need to do, I'll put that to one side, is we need to make those all important pop out layers. And if you remember, you scored them top to bottom on all three of them. So what you're going to do is fold on the first and crease, and fold back and crease, and again on the other side. So we're creasing it to make, I don't know how best to show you, but this, maybe it lays like this. So you're making a zigzag with it, and as you can see now, that pops up, and if I squish it down it pops out, and that is the basic mechanism for the pop out card. I'm putting a couple of pieces of double-sided tape on the back and one on the front, and taking the card that we did earlier, making sure it's the front, I'm going to take off the double-sided tape from the back of the, well, I'd better do it on the largest one, hadn't I, since we're on the largest piece of the largest pop out layer, and again fold it up so that it makes that zigzag, and I'm going to place it just short of the bottom of the card. It doesn't need to touch the bottom of the card, and somewhere towards the middle. It doesn't have to be exact with this, and press it down so that is now stuck onto the card. Place that to one side again, and I'm going to take the first of the three layers that you get with it, and with the score lines that you did at the side, if you take the first one, we're going to make a zigzag again basically, and press it flat, and then take the next one and press it flat. I've already done the same on the other side, and of course you do the same on the other layers too. And again, I'm going to take the very corner of the double-sided tape. Oh, didn't say, did I? You put thin double-sided tape down this very bottom one. I'm going to expose that very corner of it, and with the front of the card I'm going to line it up with the base and that corner, and because that piece of the double-sided tape is exposed, it will hold it there for you. Lining up the side, and yet again, like we did with the bottom, I'm just going to very gently pull out that piece of double-sided tape, the backing off, and there it is stuck down in the right place. I can now open it up. And these pieces of double-sided tape that I put on the top of the pop-out layer and take off, and this time when I fold it back again, that's going to be in exactly the right position, I already know. And I'm going to do the same with the other side. I'm going to lift up the very edge of the double-sided tape and put it into position, make sure it's level on the side, and take it out. And I'm going to do exactly the same with all the others. Here's that second pop out layer, and I'm going to put that in place, and this is the middle layer for the card, and again that corner, just crease the very edge of it and pop this into the corner, making sure it's level, and take off the edge piece, open it up, take off the double-sided tape and lay it flat again, and the same with the other side. And this way we're going to make 3 layers that are going to pop out on the finished card. I always find men's designs hard to get, and to be quite honest they're a bit hard to design as well, so I thought this one would be a good one to have a go at doing today. I've got the very last little pop out there. This one's quite small. again, it's going towards the middle. Normally when I've got it the other way up, I can make sure they're in line. But doing it upside down today, I bet they're not. We'll see. I'm going to do the same with the top layer, and just take it to the side. Just I've got a tab to pull in a minute. Line it up and whip it out. Open it up and take the double-sided tape off. Hold it flat. Believe it or not, we're nearly there now. It's very nearly finished. And press it flat in the right place. It's eluding me, this one is. And press it flat. And there you can see this one we've just made will now squish flat. It will pop out, especially if you just give it a little bit of a concertina pull, just to give it that springiness. You can see that now. And it will now stand up. And there's the finished 3D pop-out card. Got the back to be able to write on it. Got the front, which is very much like a toolbox with everything in it. And the only thing left to do is for you to make the envelope. With this, you just need to cut it out and use the tabs. It tells you on the sheet, but you just use the tabs to join the two pieces together to make the envelope. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Cup TV. I'm Carol Clarke from www.craftsuprint.com/Carol Clarke if you'd like to look at any of my other designs. I hope to see you next time. Bye!
Thank you, Carol. I really enjoyed your tutorial and I really love this card. Don't forget to follow Carol the next time you're on Craftsuprint so that you can be the first to see all her new releases and stunning designs. That's all from me this week, folks. I do hope you've enjoyed the show. If you enjoy these weekly giveaways, make sure you share them on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We really need your shares. Without them, we wouldn't be able to continue. Remember, sharing is caring. So share, and share some more. Bye!